Hey guys, we're here at the Nordhouse Dunes Wilderness area. Here with Ninja Nikki. This is right off of Lake Michigan, just north of Ludington State Park. I believe this is still part of the Manistee National Forest. So we're starting off from the Lake Michigan Recreation Area. There's also a trailhead with parking at Nürnberg Road. So we're gonna get our packs put on and get on the trail. Alright, so I should mention at this trailhead there is a day use fee. It's $5 per day. So I just filled out the envelope and left the tag on my dash. I'm not sure if there's a fee at the other trailhead then. And so hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Yeah, right off the bat you have a pretty good climb and it's pretty steep. Now we're up on a ridge line and right off the bat, beautiful view. Anyways, we're 10-15 minutes in and we stopped already because the wind coming off of Lake Michigan is freezing cold. Even though it's actually about somewhere like probably 60 degrees, something like that, somewhere in the 60s. Man, that wind is really making it cold. So we stopped to put on our rain jackets used for windbreakers and hats and stuff because we were freezing. Not sure what lives up in this, but he just drops his load right there and lets it roll right out onto the ground. Well, we found our camp site for the night. We are a little ways off the trail, probably plenty enough away from Lake Michigan. It's an already established camp, but nice flat ground and plenty of trees to hang, because I'm actually staying in a tent tonight and Nikki's gonna hang in the hammock. I bought a new tent, which is the Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL1. So it's a one-person tent. Anyways, this is my shakedown with that tent, and we're gonna see how it goes. It really is amazing, the temperature difference here. It's like probably 50 some degrees where I'm standing right here, and 2 feet away it is literally a frozen tundra. She's bundled up like an Eskimo. So we got the hammock hung up, got the hammock gear, Cuban fiber tarp, pitched in porch mode. Nikki wanted it pitched up like that because right over here is where I'm going to pitch the tent, and she wants to be able to talk when we go to bed. And, got the hammock gear 20-degree incubator underquilt and the 20-degree top quilt. So this Hennessy hammock is actually the Hennessy Hyperlight ASIM Zip. It's good for anybody up to 200 pounds. It is the lightest one that Hennessy makes. I believe it's a 10-foot hammock. I've slept in it a few times. It's really comfortable, and it's actually the only one I have that has a bug net on it. There it is. The Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL1. I'm not sure if I've got this in any of my other videos or not. I'm sure I do, but this is my Sea to Summit sleeping pad. It's the ultralight insulated, and it's the large, so it's actually a 25-inch wide, and it's a little bit longer too. I can't remember exactly how long, but I really like it because it's got this double valve. This is like a one-way valve. So as you're filling it up, the air can't actually escape. And then when you're done, you can pop this again, and that's your dump valve. I actually have it in a pump sack, so I can actually use the sack to pump it up, and that way I'm not using my breath and I don't get any condensation, moisture in there, and I can avoid the mold. Alright, so I'll show you the rest of my sleep system. This is the Sierra Designs backcountry bed. This is the elite version, so it's super lightweight. It's 850 fill down, and it has this little quilt part with the hands, so you can stuff it. You can put your hands in there to stuff it up around your head or wherever you want. The really cool thing about this is that this is actually a large version, so it fits this pad, which is 25 inches wide again, but it uses the pad for insulation. You can see that it has a little pocket for the pad to fit in, so there's actually no insulation under here. You use your pad for that, and saves a little bit of weight, and because of the pocket, it stays really nice. The pad doesn't move around much. It's really a comfortable bag, and it's rated down to 39 comfort rating, and 30 is the max, but I can sleep it down to 30 degrees pretty easy. I'm a warm sleeper, so I usually don't have any real issues with that, but yeah, great bed, I think. I'm super comfortable. It also has, down in the foot end here, it's got this little area here where it's flapped over, and you can stick your feet out from there. It's really cool. So you get warm in the middle of the night, and you want to cool yourself down a little bit, you just stick your feet out, and usually that helps cool you down pretty well. So that's my whole sleep system and shelter. We are good to go for the night. So we walked out from our camp because we wanted to see if we could catch a sunset, but looks like some clouds rolled in. It's still beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this surf coming in. I mean, that's like ocean surf. We made up some stew. It's absolutely delicious. And this time we brought enough. We each got a full bowl. That's a happy camper that's got a full bowl of stew.
Full belly.
I don't know what we got planned tonight. I think sit by the campfire.
Nope. Good by me.
Eat some candy, whatever. I don't know. We brought all kinds of garbage to eat. It's awesome. I don't even know if I mentioned it, but we only came in like 1.8 miles. The Nordhouse Dunes, there's a whole bunch of loops you can do and make up your own loops because the whole thing is just one giant loop. and 2 trailheads, one at the south, one at the north. I think I already mentioned that, but it's kind of cool because it's not a lot of mileage, but there's so much varied terrain with the dunes, in the woods, out on the beach. It's pretty cool.
I didn't die.
No, and we had a little bit of uphill. I mean, it wasn't anything huge, but I think we did 140 feet. But whatever. I mean, it was an enjoyable hike actually, because it wasn't very long. And we're not super starving coming into camp because we didn't burn like 10,000 calories, you know. So. Well, we're winding down. Gonna sit in front of the fire for a little while. It's almost that time. We're just gonna hang out for a bit and go to bed, right?
Yep.
We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 8:15. Not real early, but well, it's early for me. I work afternoons normally, so I don't get up very early any day. I slept okay last night. It was just a little bit cold on my feet. I got them warm for a little while, and then they got cold again. I'm not sure how cold it got last night, but it was supposed to get in the 30s, and I would say it probably was pretty close to it, every bit of that. Here's our camp off in the distance. This is where my bear hangs at. It's a nice safe distance. I would say we are anywhere from 200 to 300 feet away. Go, got a nice little warm fire going. Warm up for a little bit. I'm gonna make myself some coffee and we'll wait for Ninja Nicky to get up. Starbucks via Columbia. It's the best stuff I can find for the trail without carrying the extra weight of a French press, which might have been worth it on this trip. I might have to buy one of those for my jet boil. That's really not that much extra weight. Just walking down to Lake Michigan. I'm gonna grab some water here to filter. It's a beautiful day down here on the beach. Hopefully, I don't have to get too wet to get water, because that water is cold. Interesting. She's pretty good at this stuff.
Really good at breaking stuff down, just not putting it up.
Ninja Nikki. She's got everything all packed up. I'm over here, I still got a pile of junk. I'm over shooting stupid videos over here. And she's got everything completely packed up. Everything but a toothbrush and deodorant. A little hygiene before we hit the trail. Never hurts. That's her pee style she's hanging off of there. That's her female urinary device. And she absolutely loves it.
Best thing ever. So many.
Peeing like a man. What?
So many more uses for it than just hiking too. You could take it to concerts, events.
All kinds of stuff. Anywhere there's a porta-can or a
Street fairs.
privy or outhouse, whatever you name it.
Heck yeah, no more sitting on a nasty toilet.
Well, we got camp all cleaned up. We're gonna get back on the trail. We're gonna go around the south end of the loop and then come back up and head towards the parking lot and to the car. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Over here, this is pretty cool. Thing. 1930. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Lake Michigan for now until we get back to the car. We're actually headed into the wilderness. The trail comes up here and then it splits off to the east. So, pretty well maintained trail. That's what we were just talking about. Not hardly any markings at all. Matter of fact, I don't think we've seen any, have we? There were markings when we first got onto the trail, but yeah, that's the end of it. They were pointing to the trail and that's it. So we should be coming around to the south trailhead here pretty soon. Well, not we. I lost the trail when we first got back on, and we were walking on some dunes, following someone else's footprints, and then I realized, oh yeah, I don't think this is a trail. So we checked the map and compared it to GPS, and yeah, we were off, but only by like a hill. So we bushwhacked it over a hill, and then skated down on some a big bed of leaves down the other side of the hill, and then we got to the bottom and saw a couple of other hikers and said, yeah, okay, well, that's the trail. So we picked it up. It was pretty easy. We weren't far off, were we?
Nope. I didn't die, so.
Yeah, that's always a good thing when Ninja Nikki doesn't die. So I really don't want to carry her out. I would have had to bury her right where we were at, and so, you know, and then I would have had to carry 2 packs because it's not like I'm leaving my sweet Osprey Exos 38 with all the cool gear buried with you, you know? I mean, I probably would have took your sunglasses too to sell them on eBay or something.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we came out of the woods to the other trailhead here. Pretty nice little parking lot. Looks like it's pretty secure, I would say. Again, there is a day use fee, which I wasn't sure of. So, but yeah, $5 per day. So there's where the trail came out, and here's where we'll go back in. I'm just gonna drop off some trash in the bins here, so I don't have to carry it the rest of the way. Here we are, we're coming out to Nordhaus Lake. It's beautiful. And beach, sandy beach all the way around. And off in the distance looks like a huge fire somewhere. Huge cloud of smoke. So this is Nordhaus Lake.
Hopefully that's not where we need to go.
Yeah, I know. It does look like it's a very quick drop off right here. Looks like it gets mucky real quick. Well, we're gonna sit here at Nordhaus Lake and have a little bit of lunch and I guess watch the fire in the distance or the smoke. We just saw a helicopter flying around back there. So we are walking along a big long ridge. So not much up and down. Pretty much been just on top of it the whole time. In and out of the sun. Not a lot of real high up views like this, but this is pretty cool. See it off in the distance. Here we are, back where we started. Come out into the parking lot here in a minute. Coming up on the boardwalks. Good hike, nice easy hike. This is a very, very good first time trip. If you just get into backpacking, this gives you everything that the wilderness has to offer, that's for sure. Get your own water, your own firewood, find your own camp spot. It's a nice easy trail where if something does go wrong, you're only a couple of miles out. So there you are, folks. That is the Nordhouse Dunes Wilderness with Ninja Nikki. We had a good time. We'll definitely probably come back. You know, this is a great overnight or weekend thing to do. You know, and a great place to just day hike if that's all you want to do. So, till next time, see ya.
Bye. That smoke we were looking at earlier down at the lake, this is the prescribed burn that we found out later they did in the area. You can still see some things smoldering. The rest of it looks like it's pretty much out.
Hey, come here. Somebody left the camera on the tree.
Must be ours now.
Yeah. Can I get a bye, Felicia?